when the idea was first presented, and I thought, okay, how are we going to do this? And they presented a plan to do with weather balloons and a self-deploying parachute when the weather balloon would eventually pop, you know, somewhere around the 100,000 feet above the Earth point. And I had to hear the details. At first I thought, okay, wait, you're going to tape this thing to the Mir space station or something when it launches. I don't really know how you're going to pull this off. The exciting thing is that was really only a few weeks ago, and here we are sitting, and we've now had a bottle of XanGo in space, which I think is pretty exciting stuff.
The way we assembled the capsule, we got the foam cooler, just a pretty standard cooler that you get from places like Walmart. Go get those, and we used a couple of rugged GoPro cameras, and you know, we had to consider sealing the bottle on the inside of the capsule so it wouldn't freeze or explode thanks to the air pressure. We were using some hand warmers, different things like that. We packed the cooler up with lots of styrofoam and newspaper to insulate everything and make it a soft landing. Trying to secure helium in the midst of a helium shortage that's going on right now, so that was kind of tough. And we packed everything inside. As far as the bottle goes, we kind of made a cradle for that. And then the way we positioned the cameras is we drilled a hole through the bottom of the cooler on the back middle side, so that's facing down, so you get a good view of that as you're going up. You get a view straight down, which we thought was pretty cool, and there's amazing scenery going on there. And then on the front, we propped a camera up and drilled a hole through the middle of front of the cooler, attached a piece of plexiglass to the bottom of the cooler so that kind of comes out, and there's an empty bottle on the outside, and that's empty because it's, you know, -40 Celsius up there, and it would freeze and explode if it was actual juice, but there is actual juice inside the cooler. First launch, there were a few issues, a few technical glitches that we had to kind of work out. The bottle that was attached to the plexiglass, it wasn't sealed all the way, I think, against the cold temperatures. And so when the balloon popped, the balloon came down, the balloon remnants came down, and I think snapped the bottle off. And there's actually footage from the bottom camera of the bottle falling to its death, and that was pretty funny. Shredded balloon. Was actually the bottle that was attached onto here. We think it broke on impact and landing.
Okay, XanGo Nation, space, the final frontier. We're looking forward to seeing you down here at Bold.
You stole my line about space. Okay, this is very high tech. If you don't get to see what happens behind this camera, this is actually on this bottle with a piece of duct tape. Nothing but the finest technology to do with our A and B. All right.
This is evident of my comment all the time about this is just the beginning. We're watching it happen right in front of us.
XanGo is certainly for everyone, Martians included.
If it gets to Mars, we definitely overshot.
We certainly are excited to have this continue the legacy of XanGo.
There you go.
There it is, right there.
Nice.